What's up, guys? It's Brian here, and today I'm bringing you guys a review of the 2018 Yoda's Hut set. The set is number 75208, contains 229 pieces, retails for $30, your standard $30 box size. A little bit off on the 10 cents per piece, but pretty much all of us don't really care. Yoda's Hut's a set we've been wanting forever. The last one was around like 2003 or 4. I'm pretty sure. It was so long ago, I barely even remember it. So we are just glad to get this set. The box art is gorgeous. Let's just jump into it. And the minifigure I'm most excited for is Luke Skywalker. That is specifically Dagobah Luke Skywalker. Very great figure. I love this figure a lot. We've got the standard blue lightsaber, but he's also got his regular Luke hair, but in dark tan. Finally, this is a great color for this hairpiece. I don't like the blonde on the A New Hope Lukes. I like the dark tan. He's got actually that is a tan torso, I believe, with printing for his little tank top, and he's got his completely pale arms. The legs are very good. They're useful for customization as well. The back of his torso is very good. Now his front face is a little slightly more concerned, and like a training hard workout, and his back face is a eyes closed meditation face, so you can have him point like this and lift the X-Wing out of the water, or try to. And just overall, this is a great figure. I really like this figure. Luke's my favorite character. I love adding new Lukes to my collection. And the next figure up is R2-D2, specifically Muddy R2-D2. Very fun figure. A very unexpected figure, honestly. The printing on just the front is very nice with the mud. I know they couldn't go all the way around. It would have been nice if they could have. But just the fact that we get him all muddy, it's very cool. It's a different take on R2. I like it a lot. And his dome is completely muddy. Very good. I love the gunmetal gray dome to start with, and the dark blue printing. I just like this R2, and giving him the muddy Dagobah look. It just looks really good. I love this little touch they put onto him. And the one figure that's the star of the set is Yoda himself, a figure that just kind of confuses me. And I'll explain why in a second. This is the weirdest part of the set, but regardless, his torso print is very good with his little musical instrument, whatever it is, horn. What am I trying to say? Whatever. And his belt and his very soft robes that go all the way around. And his head is the same as our most recent Yoda. And this is where I have a little bit of a problem with this set, with this minifigure particularly, because this Yoda uses the head from prequel Yoda, which is a very good prequel Yoda. And the torso is a reprint of the very old Yoda, which is a very good puppet Yoda. So they took these two very great minifigures, the puppet Yoda, which is an amazing figure. I love the head mold on this guy, and the prequel Yoda, which is a very good prequel Yoda, and made just a confusing version of Episode 5 Yoda. I like this head mold so much for the old Yoda. I wish they would have either redone it in this color and then printed on him a little bit. That would have made this figure so much better, because this figure looks like prequel Yoda. It looks like a CG version of the of the Empire Strikes Back Yoda, which is just, it's a little confusing. I'm not sure. So the set itself is a very complex set. I actually didn't really expect to like the Hut as much as I do, but I actually like it a lot. There's a lot of play features to get into. The first thing that's the most obvious feature is that, well, A, there's a snake here. Anyway, that was kind of bad. What I meant to say was that these sides actually fold in like this, so that you can have it more compact for display, which I like a lot. And it kind of folds back to just back here. They fold out like that. This little catapult is probably the worst feature in the set because it doesn't work very well. Like, here, I'll show you. Got Luke here. If you tap it lightly, he just kind of jumps. You gotta tap it, you gotta like hit it really hard. So he goes flying, and he went, just for context, he went all the way back there. It's not the best feature, but it's cool looking. And it attaches back here, and then it also attaches in the front if you want to have it up there for whatever reason. But I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to leave it back here. So getting into the details of the inside of the hut before we get into the other play functions, we've got on this side, we've got Yoda's little stove, which is my favorite detail. Uses a little anchor with a little pot, a little cooking pot, a little cauldron, and a little fire pit. I just think it's so cute. It's just such a fun detail from the movie where Luke like takes a bite of the food and has a disgusted face on. There's a little table right here with a cooking pan, and this part of the floor lifts up to reveal a compartment, but nobody ever says what that compartment's for. Maybe it's for a lightsaber. I actually really don't know what that's supposed to be there for, but it removes very easily. Like, it looks like it intentionally removes. And over there's a bottle in the back, and back here, there's a carrot in this little compartment over here, which is, I'm knocking over the plants on the back. Just 4 little brown pieces make a little compartment, and then we have Yoda's bed over here, which he can lie on like that. It's very small, barely even fits Yoda himself. And the bed itself actually folds up, so you can actually access that little cooking tray for when he's cooking. So, and it has a weird black piece on the bottom, which is kind of off-putting for the whole thing. So just leave the bed down, and it looks best that way. But those are the inside details, and I love how the actual door itself is too short for Luke. He can't fit through the door without having to duck. I think that's actually a really cool little feature, because he's supposed to be ducking in the whole hut, but you know, that's unrealistic for the Lego set. You have to be able to access it and play with it. So, getting around to the outside details of the hut, I'm going to fold this in real quick. There's the little window right here, which is a very good use of the, I believe, what is it, sand orange and olive green, and you can have R2. It's just the perfect height so that R2 can peek in like he does in the movie. So can we see him from the outside? Barely, but he's looking in. You can see him over there. So I thought that's a fun feature for R2 to be able to look in like that. And the outside details of the hut, there's these 2 little, I think there's windshield pieces, but they're printed in the full tan that make up his door. And just overall, it's a little blocky, but that's fine because it's a building. This side over here is a tree, if you can catch that. A little bit over there, I'll show you that play function in a second too. And that's pretty much the details of the hut. So now I want to show you guys some of the play functions. So I already showed you the catapult, which is the first one. But over here we've got this little station where this, obviously you can see that this crate is floating on this translucent piece. So what you can do with this is actually one of those little minifigure handles. You can kind of see that right there. Is you can have Luke do his famous little headstands. So you can take him like that, clip him like that, and look at that. He's doing his headstand, and he's levitating the box. So let me see if I can balance it. I posted this on my Instagram before, where I had Yoda sitting on Luke's feet like this. It worked better on my post photo. I don't know how I did that last time. Oh well. I'm not going to be able to do it for the video. Well, that's anticlimactic. Go to my Instagram and check out the post. That's a good way to plug my Instagram. But anyway, he's floating. That's kind of fun. And the other play function that I'm not entirely sure what it is meant to be is, I'm going to turn Luke's face around so he's more concerned for this. There's this little catapult up here. I'm going to raise this up a little bit. And another one of those handles on Luke's hand. And he grabs onto the handle like that. And this little catapult right here. And he swings down to this little base over here. That's kind of fun. You can play him like going through the jungle, like where he grabs onto the rope and swings. I guess that's what that's supposed to be. The catapult function is a little technicky, little ugly up there, but it's kind of fun. It's a good little play function. And I totally forgot the most obvious play function that I don't really like is Luke comes with this backpack, this clear piece backpack with this clip right here, and I've already got Luke without his head over here, so you can put it on him like so, and now he has his little stand so that he can carry his old master Yoda just like this. See that? Looks a little weird because Yoda's so big, but my dad said, and maybe one of you guys said in the comments too, take off his legs. Put him on like that. A little bit better. From the back it looks dumb, and this, you could change the color of this piece too, but it works, I guess. It's not exactly the function I really care about, but it is a function, so you can play the training scenes with Luke running around with Yoda on his back. So that's kind of fun. And even though the set has not exactly the price per piece ratio that we're looking for, you do get some great extra pieces with the set. You get a flame piece, a 1x1 stud with the hole, and you have an extra flame and an extra Yoda stick, some Technic pieces, some good olive green pieces, and brown, and a tan cheese slope. And you get an extra one of these strings that Luke swings on, very useful for mocks, and an extra one of the minifigure handles. An extra lightsaber, an extra bucket handle, another one of those studs, and a little stick piece. A lot of good extra pieces that come with the set. Very useful. So despite my complaints about the Yoda in this set, I think this Yoda's Hut set it's just awesome. It's definitely worth your $30. If you don't want to spend that much money because the piece count is a little low, you think, for the price, wait for it to go down. It'll be 25 soon. But these are great figures. This one's an okay figure. These two are great. We haven't had a Dagobah Luke since 2003, so this is the best version there is, obviously. Muddy R2 is a very cool addition. It's just a cool Easter egg. They made him all muddy. I like it a lot. And if you don't have a Dagobah Yoda, this is a good substitute for this guy, even though this guy will always be my favorite Yoda minifigure out there. And the hut itself is cool, and I like how it, like I said, it folds up for your display ability, so you can put it on a shelf like that, or you can extend it if you want to. But anyway, this is a very good set. Probably my favorite of this wave, coupled with the Han Solo Land Speeder. So thank you guys very much for watching. Leave a big thumbs up if you enjoyed. Leave me a comment down below. Do you agree with what I said about the Yoda? I'm not sure if I'm the only person in the world that thinks that this Yoda is not the best. Leave all thoughts in the comment section below, and be sure to go ahead and subscribe if you have not. So thank you guys very much for watching once again. This has been Brian from Watermelon Studios. Peace out, guys.